Hi Leos, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Tarot and today we're going to do your October reading. So what I have here is a collection of cards for your general energy of October. Then we'll pull cards for each area of your life and then we'll go into advice. So let's get into this. Right in the middle here we have Thanatos. What's interesting about this card already is that this is one of the only cards that has this mirroring effect where it has the name and the numbers mirrored like this. And already there's definitely some indications of some kind of cyclical phenomenon, obviously some kind of web. It's hinting at some possible complexity going on in October, but I definitely want to look into the guidebook for exactly what this is because I haven't seen this before. We also have regeneration, and health, daisy. There's lots of greens already, and I'm gonna pull one more for the bottom card. Spirit, may I have Leo's general energy for October? One more contextual card, please. Right off the bat with these deep greens, there's already a real emphasis on nature, on grounding, organic growth, and a really strong emphasis on nurturing energy for your October Leos. I think on the bottom we also have share your voice. Here's what we've got. Just want to make sure you can see everything. Okay, and I am going to definitely see what this Thanatos is for you Leos. Ah, interesting. Yeah, so Thanatos is also the archetype for death. And when light, it can represent grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, it can represent fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, the dying. Of course, all of the implications around the meaning of death and rebirth in tarot, and all the implications also for the underworld. So, all right, now that I have that context, this is going to be a very positively intense month for you Leos. So off the bat, there is such a strong message here of rebirth and transformation. Starting the new phase of a cycle of ending things that we don't need, clearing out all of the weeds and all of the dying material, like such as dying plant matter, withered flowers, everything that we don't need to bring forward with us. Already I am seeing also, not just with the cyclical work that I mentioned already and seeing the web in our middle card here, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering the word, if it's Thanatos, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but already these three circle synchronicities is really pointing itself out to me. The sacred geometry and the flower for the health pattern here, the regeneration, the messages of Thanatos itself. And even here in this share your voice card, come out of the cave, persecution, expression, this figure coming out into the world and re-emerging from spending a period of dormancy into this cave. I think that October is going to be a month of you renewing yourself and stepping into a newer, better version of yourself, more aligned with your higher self, more aligned with your soul. For some of you, I'm hearing that part of this is that your health is going to take a really good turn in October. If you've already been struggling with health problems, look like there's going to be this progress for you in October. But yes, there is a big emphasis on emerging from dormancy, on coming alive, coming awake, and really blooming is the word I was also trying to find. I think that from some of these color synchronicities, some of you guys might really connect and regenerate in nature in October. So that might be a good thing to not just go outside and reconnect with nature, but maybe to bring more plants into your home is a message I'm also getting. Pay attention to your physical and mental health as you're going through this transition, Leos. As when butterflies are coming out of their cocoons, for example, they are a little bit delicate at first, and there's a bit of transition period where they have to kind of spread and stretch their wings, and they're a little delicate and vulnerable. So similarly to you, as you're coming out of this growing period, make sure to treat yourself with extra care and be extra nurturing. But yes, it looks like this is going to be such a wonderfully positive month for you in growth. I'm just feeling lots of warmth, lots of nature, lots of organic growth. And green itself is such a nurturing color. I think that October is going to be very lush for you. Before we pull some more cards, I do want to look up the technical meaning of this daisy card for you, as there is apt to be another message there. Spring isn't the only time for a flurry of creativity. Daisy, the day's eye, is a vivacious little hard worker who makes sure her flowers are in season practically all year round. A second wind of productivity is on the horizon, and it's not too late to make the most of it. Take a deep breath and get ready. It's time to make something beautiful. So it looks like this is also going to be an abundant month for creativity for you, Leos. I get the feeling that this growth for some of you might be speaking specifically to that. For those of you who are in creative pursuits right now, definitely it looks like October is going to be a very abundant month of creative growth and lots of progress in your projects. So next we're going to pull some cards for each area of your life, Leos. And right off the bat, here is something really relevant. Spirit, may I have a card to represent Leo's health in October, please? Oop, already something flying out. We have 5, the Hierophant. So I get the feeling, just from this Dracula card, I think you're going to be absorbing a lot in October. And that could be whatever you feed yourself, really. You could be absorbing nutrients a lot more. You could be absorbing lots of learning. That's definitely resonating for some of you. I think you're going to be absorbing a lot of new ideas and new information. I think that you guys are going to be adding a lot of structure to your health, maybe putting in some new health initiatives, but creating a real system around those health initiatives. For example, if you're starting on a new eating plan, this is a month that you're really going to hone it and implement those systems. I think that your health, definitely in line with what we see already for the general energy for October, is just going to enjoy a lot of structure. It's going to be taken very seriously in October. And some of you guys might even start a new health tradition or continue a health tradition in October, Leos. Spirit, may we know what Leo's social life is looking like in October, please. We have 7, the Chariot. Looks like there's going to be a lot of movement in your social life in October. Maybe I get the feeling that it's going to be so fast moving that some people may not be on board, not in a bad way, but maybe some people are not able to keep up with your plans and might have to make plans with you the next month. There might also be some progress on the social front if you have been putting in some certain social initiatives. Say, for example, if you were trying to get out of the house more, this is the month where you're going to be able to do that. I think you're also going to be taking a lot of initiative in your social life this month, Leos. I think it's already within your personality to be the first one to invite someone out, but I feel like you're going to just really be in the mood to do that even more so this October. What do we have for Leo's creativity in October, Spirit? We already know from this Daisy card that some of you guys will be experiencing a bit of a creative bloom. Ooh. We have the Haunted House. So already off the bat, like I said, this is going to be a very major month in certain areas for you, Leo. We already have 3 major arcana cards coming out for your health, for your social life, and your creativity respectively, which definitely falls in line with the general energy we've seen so far. I'm also noticing this 576, which is a little spin-off like 567. I think that things are going to be mostly aligning for you as well in October. In terms of the haunted house itself and your creativity, I think that some of you guys are going to be taking some creative risks in October. You're going to be getting some very unique ideas, and you're going to feel bold enough in October to go after those ideas. Looks like your bravery is definitely going to shine creatively. And from this Daisy card we got in the general energy of October, I think that you're going to get rewarded for taking those creative risks. Spirit, may I know what my Leo's finances are looking like in October, please? What are your finances looking like in October? Ooh, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So it looks like some kind of financial investment that you've put in the past. Doesn't have to literally be stocks. Financial investments can look like a lot of things. Just anything that you invested time or money into with the goal of having a profit on it later. Looks like that might come into fruition in October, or it might be just a little bit delayed, but it's still coming true. For example, it might be on track to come to fruition in November or December, but it is going to be continuing to make progress. Generally looks like your finances are going to be pretty good in October, just kind of moving along, nothing too crazy there. For career in October, Spirit, what is my Leo's career looking like in October? And career doesn't have to always be work. It can be whatever you choose to do on a regular basis. It could be your studies, your hobbies. is my Leo's career looking like in October? I'm gonna say we got this one. Ooh, we have number 8 in strength. So first of all, continuing this 5, 6, 7, 8, not sure if 9 is gonna come out. Definitely a lot of things are aligning for you. We have another Arcana card here. Career looks like it's going to be pretty strong in October, no pun intended. I think that you're going to feel a lot of joy, and I'm hearing strongly a lot of confidence in your career in October, Leos. I think maybe you're going to have a success that gives you a lot of newfound confidence, or some of you guys are going to be receiving a career offer or a new opportunity that is really going to play on your natural strengths. And lastly, this is an optional area, but we're going to pull a card for romance for those of you who are interested in it. And this can be those of you who are in a relationship or single, either one. What is romance looking like for my Leos in October, Spirit? Ooh, we have the 2 of Bones, or the 2 of Swords, in reverse. Looks like romance is going to take a bit of a back burner. I think that October is going to be more of a month for you personally, Leos. I think this is going to be a strategic pause. Maybe some of you guys want to take some time off and focus on you intentionally. Maybe some of you guys want to pause and think about your romantic goals or your intentions, or what you want out of your romance or a certain relationship you have in mind. But either way, there's going to be a strategic, just light pause button on romance for October. But yes, looks like there's a big emphasis on health, social, creativity, and career for you in October, Leos. Next, we are going to clear this out and move into advice. We'll do a few fun cards to kind of kick it off, and then we will open the floor for Spirit to just let us know what is up for you in terms of advice. So first we are going to see what is a challenge that is going to come up for you in October, Leos. Spirit, what is a challenge that my Leos will face in October? Slippery. Challenge that my Leos will face in October. We have the moon coming out for you, Leos, for a challenge you're going to have in October. So with this moon card, I feel like some of you guys might have a little bit of a pause in your intuition. Maybe your intuition seems a little bit fuzzy in October. Maybe there's so much going on that your intuition is a little hard to hear in October. But the impression I get with this wolf, which I really feel like represents you in this context, is trying to look into this pool for answers, which I definitely feel like represents your intuition, but it might just be a little cloudy, or it might take you a little longer to find answers. But it definitely doesn't feel like it's going to be like a huge delay. I think it might just be a bit of a pause, and it might be for the better good in October. But just keep in mind that Your intuition might be a little bit blocked. Answers may not come as quickly for you in October. And that is the messages I'm hearing from this card. We're going to see what your self-care should be like in October. Spirit, what do you advise for my Leo's self-care in October? We have clean your space. I think this definitely falls right in line with the overall energy we already had for October. You're going to do a lot of clearing out in different areas of your life, a lot of rearranging, a lot of change, a lot of rebirth. And I think this is a perfect time to do some spring cleaning. We already have a double 9 synchronicity here with 18 reducing to 9 and this number 9 clean your space. I think this double 9s is definitely signifying that you are going to be right in the place that you need to be in October. Just like I said, with the beginning of the reading and also with even what we were pulling for your different houses, this continued double 9 synchronicity, I think is very much that, once again, everything is aligning for you in October, Leos. And finally, for this little kickoff part of advice, we are going to pull a card to see what you should be mindful of in October. Spirit, what should my Leos be mindful of in October? Ooh, I'm also hearing the message that your October is going to be quite organized, Leos. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse. I think that there's a couple gentle messages here that if you're planning some big gathering in October, that there might be a little bit of a hiccup with it. Nothing major, just something to let you know of. Maybe there's some things you can do to plan ahead. For example, if you're having a Halloween party, maybe just double check what the arrangements are looking like and kind of dot your I's and cross your T's. At the same time, I feel like in that vein, it might be something that's kind of unexpected, or in you kind of putting in some prevention measures to double check on your plans, you're going to be able to divert a unexpected delay in that way. So just kind of double check on what your plans are for October, Leos, and just make sure that things are still on track to go as they are meant to. There might be something that needs to be brought to your attention just to make sure everything goes smoothly. That's what I am seeing for what to be mindful of. We are going to move on to opening floor to advice for making the most of October. Spirit, can you please offer my lovely Leos advice for making the most of October, please? Feeling this one is going to be our first placement. This one seems to want to be your second placement. Got two more for you. Ooh, we got our last two already. Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. We have number 9, the Hermit. And we have the 8 of Wands. So let's continue double nines here. I think that that's already another emphasis on, I think October is going to be a big month for you spiritually as well. It looks like there's going to be a lot of divine plans that have been in place for you, like things that were on the spiritual schedule for you, so to speak, that are occurring specifically in October. I think that October is going to be quite fast moving for you, also because of all the things we've discussed so far, and there is just a message from Spirit to just let you know, like just letting you know that October is going to be pretty fast moving. There's going to be a lot happening in all good things, so just keep that in mind, Leos. I'm hearing a specific message that in October, maybe with everything going on, for some of you, getting an early start to the day might be beneficial to you. I think that it would also be beneficial for you guys to set some time aside with everything to make sure that you center yourself and have some time for introversion and reflection, especially since your intuition seems like it'll be a bit challenging to get in touch with in October. I think that October is also going to be a very strong month for you to set intentions and to do some major planning for your future goals. I'm getting this strong feeling with this spider and this hermit card, weaving this web and synchronizing with that web we had in the center point for our energy in October. I think that this is a very strong period for you to set some intentions on all areas of your life, really, but mostly what you want out of your experience moving forward, and to start laying some seeds to bring more intentional projects to fruition in the future. I'm definitely hearing a strong emphasis on this is a good time for crafting plans, crafting physical objects. I am also hearing that you're going to be receiving some happy and welcome gifts in October. For some of you, it might be a few little things, but the bigger impression I'm getting is that for most of you, it's going to be one big gift in October. So be looking forward to that. I think that October is also going to be a great month for you to kind of put yourself out there and kind of strut your stuff, is what I'm hearing, Leos. I think that October is going to be a major time for you to kind of spread your wings and really rely on your natural gifts. I think that I'm going to see if we have even more messages by pulling some clarifiers as well. Spirit, may I have a clarifier for this Six of Pentacles, please? We have the Five of Swords. With the Six of Pentacles clarified by this Five of Swords, I think that some of you guys should be wary of a potential situation where there is some unbalanced give and take with someone around you, Leos. So, especially with you guys naturally being so generous, just kind of be aware of some situations where someone might try to take advantage of that. I'm hearing potentially because of jealousy. So it's not going to be like a huge drama-filled incident, but just something to be aware of. For some of you, that might even be a message for you to be aware of being a little too eager in accepting help from someone else. And let me word that a little better. It's always good to ask for help from someone else, but just be a little more mindful of what you're asking of people in October. And that is only for a small amount of you, I believe. May I have a clarifier for this Nine of Cups, please? We have Strength over here, clarifying this Nine of Cups. I think that you guys are going to be feeling very celebratory in October. I think that if you have been trying to work on feeling more confident, or maybe you've asked Spirit for help in gaining more confidence, finding more willpower to accomplish something, I think that this is going to be a month in which your prayers are answered. Spirit, may I have a clarifier for this Hermit card, please? Already we have the Ten of Pentacles, and it came out in reverse. This Hermit and this Ten of Pentacles in reverse is really giving me the implication that I think our card for your financial house earlier was a Ten of Cups in reverse, Leos. I feel like with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse kind of being around the same physical area, and also them just reminding me of each other, I think that there might be some advice here from Spirit to take some time and maybe meditate on your current financial plans. There might be some untangling, is what I'm hearing, to be done in some of your decisions. I think that there is a potential event for some of you guys where if you've been making any financial plans involving family members in October, that there might be a bit of a hiccup in there. It might add some complications. It's not going to be anything that majorly ruins your personal finances, but an example is if you lend money to a family member, maybe it's going to take some time you're fronting out in October for them to pay you back. Or if you are going into a venture as a partner with a family member, then it might be something like they drop out and you kind of have to revise what you're going to do. But I really feel like meditating and figuring out your own personal goals for your financial house is a big message of advice for October. And finally, may I get a clarification for this Eight of Wands, please? Ooh, we have the Six of Swords. Interesting. I feel like there is a message of advice here, Leos, that if at any time things feel a little overwhelming for you in October, that it is completely fine for you to kind of take a pause and step back from it. Especially because there seems like there's going to be a lot going on and you might need some time to process. Also, I'm hearing for some of you that if a situation comes up where people are just being like really obnoxious and boisterous, or maybe there is just a huge commotion going on that you don't really need to be a part of, that it's completely acceptable for you to remove yourself from that situation and kind of do your own thing. Such as, for example, if there's anyone who tries to involve you into their drama or their situation in October, then if it doesn't feel good for you, you should definitely take a step back from that. So what we're going to do last is I'm going to pull some encouraging messages from Spirit, and we'll leave you with that, Leos. Spirit, may I have some closing messages of encouragement for October, please? Messages for my Leos for October. Ooh, we have the universe has my back, which speaks for itself. We have I honor how I want to feel. Oop. I choose to learn through love. And I feel like one more wants to come out for you, Leo. We have true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So already with all of these warm pinks and peaches, I feel like there is a lot of love coming through here for you from Spirit. They want you to just feel the love and also to treat yourself with plenty of self-love in October, Leos. It looks like there is an emphasis here on that self-love to specifically pay attention to your feelings in October. If anything bothers you, then really just take ownership in figuring out why exactly that is and how you can best help yourself and be kind to yourself no matter what. And of course, that the universe is here to help you every step of the way. So I think you're going to have a very exciting October. I wish you plenty of luck, and I think I'm going to leave us here for today. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you. And yeah, I hope I see you in the next video. And if you feel called to, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. Thank you so much, Leo. Have a great October. Bye.